She whispered into my ear, a whisper that sent me chills and waves of nausea and hopelessness.
Come sleep in my room tonight, sweetie.
She wasn't just hugging me. She was also touching me in a place that your sweet, loving foster parent should never touch you.
She in the streets, playing with the best, yeah, we don't freeze. Niggas try to steal my energy. Waves with the ice, yeah, surfboard me. I get the bag and I dip, yeah. Said I'm a rock star, fell for all of the drip, yeah. Diamonds in my charm, like I just wearing them hips, yeah. Think like a porn star, manifest all of my dreams, yeah. I'm living like a god, rock star, trap star. Got the gas with me, yeah.
What's good? Dark Knight Gang. I'm Neptune. Hey, bro, today I'm about to react to... Oh, my God. Listen to the title of this video. Foster mom sexually assaulted me. Y'all requested it. Don't trip, you know I got y'all. Shout out to the homie that made this video. It's from But True. I hope everything's cool, bro. I hope you're okay with me reacting to this video and it doesn't cause you any more trauma. But I'm ready to hop on into this. I'm ready to see exactly what happened. Shout out to the gang. Everybody have a good day. Have a great day. You see, I got a fresh cut. Got the fresh braids. Nigga feeling good, feeling great. I got bitches on my... You feel me? So everything is Gucci. Let's hop into this video. Let's see exactly what happened. I always make fun of people's moms. I'm like, that's why your mama on my dick. But when it comes to this, bro... It's not even a joke. If he's being sexually assaulted by his foster mom, that's actually kind of sad. All jokes aside, that's actually extremely sad. I hope that no trauma came after this. But listen, we're just watching this for entertainment purposes. So get out of your feelings. Let's watch. Let's see what happened. Shout out to the motherfucking gang. I hope everything's going well for you. My life is going great. You feel me? Gang, fucking gang, let's go.
I think it's safe to say we all have that situation that kind of just thrusts us out of childhood. For me, this is that story. This will be the first time I'm ever telling this story in its entirety. I mean, over the past few years I have tried to tell this story to friends, but I usually leave out details because a story like this is kind of hard for me to relive. And I was even told that me telling this story could result in her having me killed. And I don't know, I'm not exactly the biggest fan of dying. Fair warning, if at any point you don't believe in the stuff that I'm saying in my video, feel free to click off of my channel and unsubscribe because people like you are a part of the problem. This story, once again, takes place in foster care.
Wait, explain what foster care is.
Basically a place where children go when they have no adults in their family that can take care of them. Which in theory is great, but it can end up like Hunger Games because you and the other kids are put in trash homes in which you have to fight just to fucking survive. Yeah. And you're given even trashier temporary parents. And the foster parent that I had was no exception. Long story short, because this should be a story time all to itself, she did some pretty not chill shit that any other human being would have gone to prison for. But because the foster care system that I was with was so fucking great, she got away with just a slap on the wrist.
Dude, not gonna lie, that seems kinda fucked up.
They sent in a new foster parent who I knew was gonna be a total bitch. To my surprise though, she wasn't. I mean, well, you know, not at first at least. One of the first things she said to us kinda stuck with me.
I promise. I'll be the best foster mother I can be.
And having just been traumatized, we were all for it. Besides, honestly, my old foster mother was a fucking bitch, so anybody seemed better. Whenever the agency wants to hire a new foster parent, they have a short probation period, meaning they come to your house in the morning and take care of the kids for at least 15 hours a day, and then they go home. Just so you can, you know, get a feel for what kind of person she is. But after they left, they hired babysitters to take care of us for the rest of the hours of the day, and I used to flirt with them so hard. Oh shit, does that count as foreshadowing? I think that's foreshadowing. But whenever she did come back to our house for the 15 hours a day, she was the best mom possible. She'd make food, let me play video games. She was the only parent in that place that actually let me be a 14-year-old boy for once. And whenever we went out, she would always introduce herself as my mother. Having just lost my mom, it was important that I had her in my life because she was the only woman that seemed genuinely proud of me. Having her in my life meant that I had my mom back in some way, shape, or form, so you can best believe that when it came time for me to sign off on her being a good parent for us and staying in the house, I signed off on that, buddy, which was a mistake because she is a raging psycho pedophile bitch. Allow me to explain. You see, she tended to show her true colors in small, very easily missable, red flags. One being her daughter. Like, alright. So one day, I'm sitting there in my room, minding my own business, watching TV. Her daughter walks into the room, which is a huge no-no. The foster care administrator made it very clear that she did not want boys and girls to be in each other's bedrooms. Moreover, a biological child of the foster parent is not allowed to be in the same bedroom as a foster kid. This is just a general no under any circumstance. Because there was this case, I don't want to get into it, where one of the biological children ended up having sex with one of the foster kids. It was terrible. Terrible shit like that happened around my place all the time. In her hand, she has one of those like gift wrapping rolls. You know, like the tube of cardboard that's inside the Christmas wrap? She pulls it out and starts going fucking crazy with it, like just being all out annoying. I don't know, like she's just never fucking seen cardboard before. After a while of having me ignore her, she leaves my room. I see her without the roll in her hands and notice, yeah, she's walking away from my bathroom like she just did something she doesn't want me to see. I'm just like, I don't want to think she was actually stupid enough to put that in my toilet. Lo and behold, I peek into my bathroom and this stupid little thought it was a great idea to put it in the can after all. Next thing I know, Miss Carrie is calling me down the stairs. Me going down there to plead my case was absolutely futile at this point because she already went down and convinced her that I'm the one that put it in the toilet and she had nothing to do with it. I enter the kitchen and I'm already being met with the most ominous energy and being blamed for this shit. And the second I try to explain that it wasn't me and that it was her daughter and she was lying, it got worse. She wasn't having it. She did not want to believe that her daughter would ever lie or has ever lied about anything, ever. I mean, dude, I'm getting the biggest spiel about how foster kids are traumatized, thus twice as likely to lie and deceive, and how her innocent little girl would never lie about anything ever, and how if I continue to break the rules, she's gonna make my life a living hell. And I'm like, okay. So that's how we're playing it.
Right?
Now first, I was about to declare war
Yeah, nah, this little girl evil, nigga.
on this ugly ass, dirt face, kumquat nose having ass little girl. But then, I thought, look man, just calm down. This is your chance to have a mom again. We need that more than we crave to punch her daughter in the face. So, I just sucked it up and said sorry. Taking responsibility for something that I didn't do kinda hurt. Now her daughter, being a 12-year-old girl at the time, used this to her advantage in the worst of ways. She'd break shit around the house, she'd steal things, I mean, you name it, she did it. And who do you think was blamed for all of her bullshit every single time? And what do you think that does to a 13-year-old boy's self-image? Mentally, it hurts to be blamed by someone based on nothing but the fact that you're seen as less than a real kid because of the situations that you were put in that were out of your control.
Yeah, man. His childhood, god damn, I already know, bro. One of my homies in junior high school, my best friend in middle school, he was a foster kid. And he would always tell me stories about the shit that was going on in his foster home and how his foster mom would always treat her children better than the foster kids. So I know, bro. I know it'd be like that.
I had enough eventually and told Miss Kelly that her perfect little angel was not so perfect. And if she continued to let her do whatever she wanted and use me as a scapegoat, then she isn't too smart. And even when adults are wrong, they don't like to be told that they're wrong by someone who's younger than them because it's taken as the highest level of insult. So that's when she moved me to the basement of the foster home and everybody else got to enjoy life upstairs with her. I cannot even begin to think of a world where that's okay. Like, I'm just thinking about how fucked up this is. Like, can you imagine being a 13-year-old who wasn't allowed to leave the basement for anything other than eating? And even when you did eat, she will have had everyone eat dinner and then go into their rooms, so that way you had to eat alone. Damn. Being a kid, being forced every day to do nothing but hear everybody else enjoying their normal life upstairs while you get to listen to them having fun through the walls of your house, like, that's fucking damaging to a kid.
For sure.
This went on in my house for months, and I started just dreading the idea of going home after school, so I decided to sign up for an after-hours program. But even that was short-lived. I go there daily, and I have a poetry mentor called Mr. James. Easily, like, the coolest person that I've ever met, and I put my heart and soul into mastering his course. And this dude is so encouraging. Like, he's just pushing me all the way to like do better, be better, learn more. I love it. Until one day while I'm at school, Miss Carrie gets bored and decides that she doesn't like my newfound happiness. So she decides to go to his class and tell him something that's probably the worst thing that you can accuse a male of doing to a female. She takes it upon herself to go and play victim and tell him that I'm around the house touching and grabbing on her lady bags and stuff like that.
I'll fucking kill that.
No. Here's the good part. She even decides she's gonna take it a step further and decides what she's gonna do is type a letter saying this to the—
Hold on, nigga. I was trying to read that. Hold on, cuz.
She even decides she's gonna—
Dear Mary Sue, hello, this is Miss Carrie, and I would like to inform you of my current situation taking care of children in our foster home. The children are so sweet to me as I ever could be to them, and I've been so happy taking care of them. However, this one child in particular, you may know, True, has been very off lately. To put it bluntly, unfortunately, he has been touching me inappropriately, and as a foster mother, I am deeply hurt because I thought of him as my child. But to have him do this kind of unspeakable thing is I don't know how I can look at him the same anymore. Since you're someone who looks after him, I thought it would be important for you to know what's happening behind the scenes in our home. I hope you would help me if the time comes. Woo-wee. Yeah, she was trying to make your life horrible.
Gonna take it a step further and decides what she's gonna do is type a letter saying this to the administrator of the foster care facility, meaning that she now has two people under her thumb who think that I'm around the house touching her unmentionables. Things are
evidence.
just not looking up for me at this point.
Yeah,
and
it's not, bro.
The shit has just gone too far. And of course, Mr. James and the administrator took her side because you know how society feels about this stuff.
Exactly.
Do we have to believe all
and
the
she's a
women?
woman.
That was the
Yeah.
question I posed. Do you have to?
I think we should. Statistically, you'll find that most women do not lie about sexual harassment.
But we.
Your answer is believe everybody. I say that
You can't just believe everybody, though.
What a fucking idiot.
Exactly.
And with that, he wouldn't continue teaching me. I lost my mentor to this psycho bitch.
As your new mother, I'm supposed to be the most powerful force in your life. It seems you've forgotten that. I have the power to ruin your life. I can go back to being your mommy. The only thing you have to do is come hug me.
Hugging her would mean admitting defeat and letting go of my already fading sense of self. But she had done such a good job at making me feel like I needed her approval, her permission, to be happy. It seemed logical. I hugged her, but I still couldn't feel the mother I'd been searching for. All I could feel in her was pain and the desire to be in control, and a very faint sign of something else.
Evil. She was
Just as
evil,
I was ready
nigga.
to pull away, and I had felt all there was to feel about her. It took me a while to notice it, but she wasn't just hugging me. She was also touching me in a place that your sweet, loving foster parent should never touch you. I had learned by now that telling her no only brings me pain, so I didn't. She knew this as well. Exercising my newfound state of depression, she whispered into my ear, a whisper that sent me chills and waves of nausea and hopelessness.
Come sleep in my room tonight, sweetie.
I followed her to the room,
Oof.
waiting for her to deliver the punchline to a joke that seemed to take forever. A prank with no reveal.
Sheesh.
20 minutes in that room with her took forever.
I'm sure.
And when I left the room, I wanted nothing more than to spend the rest of my life washing my hands. She got what she wanted. All the gifts, the hugs, the love, the food she made felt like they were choking me, taunting me. Whatever piece of childhood I had was left back in that room with her. Suddenly, my bullies at school didn't seem so big in comparison to that awful night.
I'm sure.
Suddenly, I became who I am today, so
Yeah.
maybe in a weird way, she kinda was a mom.
Bro, you must be joking.
All right, bro. First and foremost, great video from the homie. Thank you so much for even opening up about something this traumatic, bro. Like, thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's people all around the world that could relate to this story, especially being a foster kid and having your foster mom take advantage of you and feeling like you have nobody to talk to. I bet you there's a whole bunch of young men out there that have been taken advantage of and they don't have anyone to talk to. So this story right here, my G, is gonna affect so many people. So I appreciate you for putting that out there. Secondly, though, I do want to say this. I wish he would have went into more detail just for my own entertainment purposes. I would have liked to know what exactly happened. You know what I'm saying? But that's cool. You don't have to explain. Bro, this story was crazy. Thank you guys so much for requesting it. Man, I'm glad that the homie didn't allow this to completely just mess up his whole life. You know what I'm saying? Bro is strong. We all go through our own traumas, and the homie got so much strength. He got over this like he's still living his life. You feel me? So I got nothing but respect for the homie for even putting this out there and for him to get over this trauma and be fire as. Shout out to the homie for this. Great video. If you guys have any stories, you can go ahead and share them down in the comments. If you want to, of course, nothing you can share. You know, I'm open to whatever. But yeah, man, insane story. Insane story. The homie was being sexually assaulted by his stepmom. Who knows if this only happened one time? She could have just exercised that power that one time over him and then just was cool. I'm going to say this, though. Since this happened to him, it probably happened to the other kids in that foster home as well. I doubt he was the only one that she did this to. I doubt it. She probably did that to everyone. And so they all were just like, I'm not going to say nothing because who's going to believe me? She's a master manipulator, cuz. But anyway, man, this was a dark-ass story. Interesting story, entertaining story, dark as I hope you guys enjoyed it. If I ever meet the homie, I'm going to give him, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to dap him up. Like, hey, bro, that was a great-ass video, and you fire us for getting over it and still being able to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the gang. Everybody have a good day. Have a great day. You already know what's up, gang. Fucking gang. I'm going to see y'all next time.
To the tribe, G in the street.